Hi, welcome to the manga drawing class. As promised, I've come to show you how to draw some different styles of manga with different techniques, and hopefully by the end of it you'll be able to draw faces in different styles. Okay, so what you'll need: some pencils, a pencil sharpener, an eraser and some paper. I always like to bring a few pencils because they break, so I've got a sharp one. I'll just sharpen up another one as well, just in case. Got my pencils. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you how to do eyes, first of all. There's different types of eyes. There's like hundreds of different styles. So I'm going to start off with a more simple type that you can see in a lot of fun manga and anime. It's aimed mainly at boys. But girls like it, obviously, because I really like it too. So it's kind of in the style of Blue Exorcist and Skate Dance. They've got these types of eyes. Okay, so I'm going to do it on here and then I'll show it to you. So we've got this arch at the top of the eye, and then down round the side of the eye. It's always a good idea to draw quite lightly as well in case you make a mistake. And we have a separate line for the bottom of the eye. So there's the basic outline of the left eye. Got the top of the eye, then round to the side, and then just a simple line. It's basic shape, it's quite easy to do. And then in the centre we have the circle and pupil. And there's the basic shape for the eye. This white part here is a reflection, and if we want to do the other eye, we would make sure the reflection was on this side of the pupil and not this side, otherwise they'll end up looking cross-eyed. That's the basic style. Now, we'll try a more complicated style that you can see in things like Black Butler. It's kind of more of a bishy type eye. Now, Sebastian in Black Butler has an evil side to him, so his eye's quite narrow. So we start off with eyelashes. So here we've got eyelashes. And they all curve towards the nose, so they go inwards. And then, before I do the bottom set of lashes, I like to add in the iris and pupil first of all. So it's half covered by the eyelashes. It's the same principle as the first eye, you do a reflection and a pupil. So it's like this, like it's covering that part. And then we do the bottom of the eye, and a few eyelashes, more separate than the top layer. Just fill them in like this. So now we've got the second type of eye. Okay, now we'll do a third type. It's going to be a much more girly eye. You can see this in I'm not sure if it's shoujo or shoujo style manga. I always get it mixed up, but I'll show you that anyway. Okay, so we'll go on eyelashes again. This time it's much more arched, with eyelashes right at the edge of the outer corner of the eye. And then same as the first one, kind of bends halfway through the eye. So it's like the first one, but with eyelashes at the edge. And then it's got the same line round like the first one, but this time I'm going to do a much bigger circle in the middle of the eye, and the reflection once again, and another reflection like this. So we've got a much bigger circle in the centre of the eye, and the reflection just like the top one, and then a smaller reflection opposite. And instead of a circular pupil, we do a shape that kind of bends around. So it goes around like this. Is that understandable? And you can see it's a much girlier, kind of pretty eye. And then you can add colour, so you would add colour around the black. And you could even put some more eyelashes, so anything you like really. Okay, so we've done eyes. Next we'll go on to noses. Now, me personally, I find it quite difficult to draw noses, but there are a few different styles, so there's a few to choose from if you're not very good at them. So first of all, they can be just as simple as that. Just a small arrow and a dot. And that's the same that go with this type of eye, just quite simple, easy to draw, as long as you get it in the right position on the face. And however high or low you put it, depends on what type of character you want it to look like. If you want it to be quite pretty and slim, you could do the nose quite low. Now, in Butler, have much longer noses, like this, and then a shadow at the end to show that the nose turns up, so it's much more detailed. So it's this type of nose, all along that would come from here. You could even join it onto the eyebrow. And then small nostril, and then just some shading just to show that the nose turns up. And that's quite elegant, that type of nose. Then finally, with this type of large girly eye, a lot of the time you see the stereotypical pointed nose. Now there's a few different types. So we've got a type that curls up like this, or we can just have a straight type like this. It just depends on what you prefer really and how you want it to look. So those noses are pretty simple. There's obviously hundreds of different types of noses, but I'll try to show you the more simple ones. Now, finally we're going to mouths. Now, a lot of the mouths in Blue Exorcist are just lines. So you can have a line like this, it's just simple, with the corners slightly thicker. It's just a plain smile like this. Like that. They also tend to use a lot of big grins with teeth. So that will be the same shape. And then just wider so you can add teeth. And lines coming from either side. So there's a cheesy grin. And what I always do is add a bit of shading at each side, like this, just to give it a bit more depth to show that the teeth are grinning like so. That's the kind of thing you'd see in Full Metal Alchemist as well. Big cheesy grin. Okay, for Black Butler and other programs like that, or mangas, we see a lot of closed mouths actually, so it's the same principle as the first, with the corners slightly shaded, but then add a little bit of shading above and below, just to show that the lips are fuller. Like this. So there's a tiny bit of shading above and below, you can see, and it just gives the lips a more three-dimensional feel. And when they smile in this anime, they have a more, run out of space, they have a more triangular smile. So it's more like this. Same principle with the shade at the corners, the teeth. It's a much more open smile, triangle like this. Okay. Now the last type of smile, or lips, will do much more pronounced curve. So you could have like this. Much fuller lips with even a kind of reflection if they're wearing lip gloss or something, for example. Or you could add any of these mouths to it as well, depending on how you would want it to look. So, put all of those techniques together, you'll end up with various expressions and characters. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed, I hope it was helpful, and I hope to see you again. Thanks for watching.